What's up, guys? This is JusticeSoulTuna, once again with another voice of JST, and this time about Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And as you can imagine, seeing on my channel, you'll see this game a lot. And as long as the game continues to be fun, you're probably going to see more of it on this channel. And yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2013 is coming out tomorrow, Tuesday the 29th of January, 2013. And obviously this marks the end of Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2012, I guess you could say. Obviously, because the game came out in 2012 and its biggest run was from then till now, and literally today is the last day for Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2012. So it's like, I don't know, but for me, it's sort of like this mad dash to try and get all these things out of the way. I need to finish my my scramble lobby week thing. There's this video and there's another video to come, but yeah. So the whole thing is, you know, obviously, we all know the details by now. We all know where Street Fighter Cross Tekken currently stands, or at least currently stood, but is at the moment probably going to change for a lot of reasons. At least, on the very least, Week 1 is going to be big. Week 1 is going to be almost like the game is born anew, in a way. But for me, this is going to be about my experience with the game. Not so much like the general overblown experience that caused this and that to happen. With Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2012, it started off way back when the hype was really big for it, within the first couple of months of it, and I thought to myself, okay, I finally gave in to myself, prima donna and all, and I said, you know what, I'm actually gonna go get this game, who cares? But it was hard to get, and I had to go across pretty much the entire of my immediate area, and I finally had to go to an Asda, which is like a Walmart, an Asda over an hour away, just to get the only copy of Street Fighter Cross Tekken in my area. It was really ridiculous. Got it for 20 quid, so it was really cheap. And I remember the first day I played with some friends in 2v2, and later on with Ryujin down the line. I had played it initially at my friend's house, at HVK00's house, way back when, and that was pretty fun. And now, when I finally got the game, then yeah, it was good fun to finally play it. And I think what started then was just a series of events that just led me to enjoy the game more and more. First, I started off enjoying the game just for it being unique and having a really accessible combo system. Then I began to enjoy like all the way the different characters are translated from AE to SFxT. I mean, using all of the Tekken characters was interesting in their trials and stuff like that. None of them really fit me, and I admit using Ryujin was fine, and I think I used a Ryujin team for quite a while. I got decent with them, but decent to the level that everyone was at the time. And I managed to finally what's his name? I managed to finally give a closer look at the Tekken cast. I mean, even though I hadn't really tried out Kazuya that much, I finally decided, you know, maybe I should give him a go, since he was like one of the most hated characters. And you know how it is with me. I figured, like, you know what, who cares? If this character's good, then they probably deserve a place on my team. And after trying him out, of course, I did really like Kazuya and the way he played. I remember thinking, oh, this guy's a baller. Like, the way he plays, he just goes hard and hits hard, pretty much. And all his stuff was safe. Well, was safe. And so it was pretty fun. That's when I made the Kazuya-jin team, and obviously in between all of this, there was all the videos and the, you know, the lobbies and that kind of thing. And it was just starting off kind of small, I think. And this was obviously during the whole DLC craze, the whole issues with the glitches, you know, the Relento freeze glitch, the jab pressure, all that kind of thing. But see, none of these things bothered me. I mean, admittedly, I didn't play it too much, but I did play it a decent amount. None of these things really got in my way. I always felt like it was a learning experience. Playing ranked on my own and playing ranked with fellow Team BBC members such as HVK00 and Random A-Bob was actually just really, really good fun. And it wasn't up until I fought So Real Josh that I began to really hit a stumbling block and really had to step up my game. And this is back when I used the Kazuya-jin team. And obviously, not from then on, I think probably around version 1.05 or 1.06, when the DLC characters released, I think that's when things really got going for the game. I think that's when the game really started to be played properly. I mean, I think a few players, like probably Chris G, for example, really got the most out of the game. Chris G and Alex Vi really got the most out of the game. I felt like they played the game the most how it should have been played from this very beginning, but obviously people weren't that good. People were just getting started. And he did, well, Chris G, that is, he did really well, and it's a shame that the tournaments died out for it, because obviously he stopped playing it. But that's just you know, you sort of know the drill. I'm preaching to the choir at this point. Everybody already knows like how Street Fighter Cross Tekken went down in the tournament scene. But as that happened, on the online scene and on SRK, the game was continuing to grow. People were developing new tech all the time. There's loads of different threads, such as the Street Fighter Cross Tekken is only turtly if you turtle thread, not where we now post high-level matches, especially thanks to SS4Evo on YouTube, which is SSF, the number 4, then EVO. You know, thank you, base SF4Evo, primarily because like you post some of the most like high-level Cross Tekken stuff, and it's a beacon to people to show them that the game is a high-level, high-damage game. It always has been, but it's a shame that people just didn't realize that. It's a shame that stream monsters only see so little and they can judge based on that. And in fact, speaking of like getting things to be shown to make the game look better, what I initially wanted to do was the Street Fighter Cross Tekken Daily Blast series, where Season 1 started, where I said, you know, submit some clips, and I'll upload clips of my own to try and make this sort of like daily show thing where we show off like random high-level stuff as well as just fun stuff. It's the reason why the Season 1 collab, it like kind of really does it for me. It's like, because seeing how Season 1 went was fun. It wasn't huge. I mean, a couple of people submitted, like HBK00 as usual always submit stuff. And of course, Raging Gulaman, who's a pretty cool guy, he submitted some stuff for Season 1 as well. So see, that went really well. Then of course Season 2 got way more people involved with that, and I think that really took off the ground. So I really wanted to get the community involved. I really wanted to find a way to basically show that the Street Fighter Cross Tekken community is alive and kicking. I mean, it's bad enough that people say stuff. It would be worse that I didn't have anything to back up my words. If it was just empty, like people say, oh, nobody plays Street Fighter Cross Tekken like at all, and I have nothing to back it up, then that wouldn't really be right, especially as someone who supports the game. So I wanted to create a way to make the game seem alive, and people were already doing this in the first place with lobbies and stuff like that, you know, for first to 10, first to 5 matches, and of course streams like Jibbo and Karastorm. But I think I wanted to do my own little input. And obviously my biggest input, as you'll know, is with the Pandora stuff. Discovering Pandora tech, making videos and such like. There were a couple of videos before, but I'd say not too many of them had really gotten the most out of it. There were a lot of basic stuff that we kind of already figured, like off of wall bounce, stuff like that. But I had to brainstorm. I had to think of different ways in which to really make the mechanic work. Of course, this is all like, you know, history, and we all know where it's come to. But I think that was a big thing for me, being able to collaborate with people like Sim4 and Rocknin, and be able to discover new ways to make Pandora viable. And of course, that really big collab that we all did, obviously Rocknin, Sim, and many others, to make that the Limits of Power Pandora collab thing, like that was huge for, I think, for everyone. And we really wanted to show that Pandora is viable, and making SRK, and that was the first time I made SRK, well, the second time overall, of course, but the first time that I'd made SRK for something I'd really put effort into. And making SRK, you know, with that was a huge thing. And not just for me, but I think it was for everyone. I wanted to show the hard work and effort everyone had put into proving that the Pandora mechanic was viable. And I'm glad that everyone, well, I say everyone, but I just mean a couple thousand people on SRK. It hasn't got like hundreds of thousands of videos, like... Sorry, it hasn't got hundreds of thousands of views like many other videos might have got, but definitely, I mean, sitting today at like 8,100 plus views, I think that was a big success. And finally, obviously, when the DLC characters came out, I couldn't get them for a while, but when I finally got Lars, I finally wanted to make him my main. Even though I admit the DLC characters issue didn't bother me too much, as in with them being on the disc, and though it's dumb, I think I'm more bummed by the whole lack of local pair play thing. What really bothered me more, I'd say, is the fact that Lee Chaolon is in the game, because many people who know me know that I love Lee Chaolon in Tekken. He is my main. Lars became my second main because of Tekken 6. So finding out he was in Cross Tekken, that made me really happy, and I thought I really need to play this character. And the more I saw him, the more I wanted to play him. So I finally got him. I feel like Lars really complements Jin quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, it went on from there. And of course, I'd made a combo video for Kazooie Engine a while ago called The Devil Gene, which you can check out, and I made one for Lars Engine, which was quite popular, mainly because like there's not that many Lars players, and even though I think Lars players are growing right now, at first he wasn't really that liked because many thought he was just this really awkward character with a lot of unsafe moves. I guess he is, but now it's gonna change a bit. He's gonna be stronger and a little bit more like flexible, but he's still the same honest character. I wouldn't say he's got like he hasn't got any invincible moves, any exploitable stuff. Everything still has the same properties except for maybe Avalanche Stomp. You know, the 8-on kick, that's an overhead. So that kind of thing. So it's the making of the videos, the playing online, the salty times, the leveling up, the being crazy and going ham because we didn't care about whether we won or lost, and who cares, it was laggy, who cares, DP, who cares, MT jump, low. But yeah, that kind of stuff. So Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2012, I guess vanilla Street Fighter Cross Tekken, there's a lot that happened with it. I mean, I don't particularly care what the Street Monsters thought, what the general opinion of the game was. I've honestly had more fun in Street Fighter Cross Tekken than I've had in some fighting games that I probably should have had more fun in. I mean, and that includes, I mean, I hate to name names because I do love these games anyway, and I love the game series, but that includes like BlazBlue, Continuum, Shift Extend, which I love the game itself, but I just didn't bother to play online since I kind of drifted away from that. Soul Calibur 5, which I thought was going to be big for me because I'm a huge Soul Calibur fan, but I felt like that disappointed me quite a bit. And all of these other games that really just didn't get off the ground for me. Like KOF 13 is a fantastic game, but the online isn't really something you can dig your teeth into. And obviously I sold AE a while ago, didn't really have fun with AE anymore. And Marvel, as great as Marvel is, Marvel as an online game is just a no, just no. you will, if you want to play that game for fun, casually, play offline, or just hope that your friend's connection is good, and even then it won't save you. But if you're trying to get good at Marvel, like actually play Marvel legit, then you have no place playing online, because that game is just, it's a hard game to get good at online, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm not saying Marvel's bad, I'm saying that, you know, the online isn't exactly perfect. So for me personally, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a game that over time, from Ryu and Jin to Kazuya and Jin to Lars and Jin, as you can notice, Jin basically never stayed. It says Jin's my most played character. It's a game that has really grown on me, has become honestly one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And you know, I want to continue to play. I want to continue to make content for it to show that the community is alive and to keep things going. It would be nice to get more players, to see more streams, to see more tournaments, because I definitely think it's a hype game. And even though I enjoyed sort of it being the underdog, you know, seeing the occasional stream or the occasional person defending the game, it will be nice to see the community get bigger. Yes, there will be problems. It'll be a rocky road. Maybe, you know, there will be loads more arguments. People will still complain about stuff. I wouldn't say people would say it's the worst game ever, because jabs were gone a long time ago. Timeouts are probably going to be gone, but timeouts will still exist because it's a fighting game after all. But new problems will be discovered. I don't mean glitches. I mean just like problems. New tiers will be, you know, shifted. New things are just going to happen. You know, a fighting game is not a static world. It's an active one that things are discovered every day. And I feel like version 2013 will be no different. Whether the game is going to be better, yes. Whether the game is going to be perfect, no, because no fighting game is perfect. So I look forward to version 2013, and I would have to say, personally, I don't care what anyone else thinks, and this isn't gospel truth, I honestly think Street Fighter Cross Tekken version 2012, sorry, is honestly one of my favorite fighting games of all time. It's a fantastic, underrated game. It's an honest game, even though that term is a little bit overused. But it's a fun game, which I wish more people had given a shot to, because I've always gone on the principle that you can't judge something on what it's not, but judge it on what it is. It's not AE, it's not supposed to be, you know, the successor to it, or to take it over. It's a completely different and unique game that more people should appreciate it for the way it is. And I just hope that the community continues to grow. I continue to make content for it and enjoy it myself, because that's the biggest thing. I hope I continue to enjoy it, and I hope that you know, we see some more hype stuff in the future, and obviously look forward to more videos from me and stuff like that. Other than that, this is JusticeSoulTuna on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Talk to everyone later.